Okay guys, so I am just trying out another streaming platform at the moment. I think I'm going to be getting joined by Amy very shortly, so I may just do a quick little run through and see how the video looks. Probably won't end up completing the scenario, but we'll see. Okay, let's have a little look. So we will be doing scenario 4, the Crypt of the Damned again. This will be a scenario I'm just looking to go through with the Berserker. Just to try out the deck a little bit more, try and get familiar with the options that I have with it and see how we can do. We have just retired, but I've chosen the same character again. We managed to retire. Our retirement goal was to watch or to witness 2 others within the party retiring. I do recommend you watch the last stream for the conclusion. It was quite amusing. I don't think anyone actually expected me to be retiring. The Berserker had only participated in, well, that was the second scenario we did, so it was quite unexpected. Okay, so let's see what we start with in this scenario. We've got an elite living bones, a couple of traps. So a trap in the corner here, one here, and living bones, normal living bones, and 2 normal bandit archers. We're going to be playing using a slight modification to the rules. Since I'm only taking 1 character, I don't want to add additional people onto our party, with 5 of us playing anyway, so that's plenty enough characters. So at level 4, normal scenario difficulty would be level 2. I'm going to set up with the same monsters as if there were 2 heroes, so I'm just dropping the difficulty by 1. So we've still got a fair few monsters on the board, just slightly easier than they should be, but obviously there's 1 of us, not 2. So let's have a little look and see then. These cameras looking at. Okay. So, scenario 4, the Crypt of the Damned. Our goal is to kill all enemies. The bandit commander's proclamations of a gloom do not sit well in your stomach as you search the bend in the still river. Something here holds an interest for these maniacs. You are somewhat surprised to find the ruins of an ancient crypt half covered in moss and ivy. The history of this place is old and dark. With no other information to go on, you head down into the depths. Whatever these supposed bandits are up to, you're determined to find out, even after you stumble across a large group of them and more animated dead at the bottom of the stairs. You've made a mistake coming here, one of the bandits hisses. You disagree. You are right where you want to be. Okay, so I've brought along a couple of cards which will heal me, although a lot of the Berserker's cards do get a bonus if we are below half health. We are going to be tanking every attack since we're the only person in the group. To start off with, I'm going to look to use my cauterize. Before we retired, I managed to just get enough money to enhance it. So we've got attack 2, range 3, targeting 3. which wounds. And I want to go nice and early, so I'll probably use this attack. So all attacks on the round I gain advantage on. All attacks targeting me get disadvantaged. So that should be quite nice for this opening gambit where we're within range. Both cards do unfortunately generate fire, but I don't have a lot of cards that are going to use that fire. But that gives us a nice low initiative of 8, as well as 3 strong attacks on the first turn. So we'll go with that. Okay, so 1, 8, we have archers, 56, attack -1, target 2, and a living bones, target 1 enemy with all attacks. So that's possibly the worst thing we could have got for them. The living bones have a shield of 1 and 5 or 6 hit points, so there's no way we're going to either outmaneuver them or avoid this damage. So we're just going to have to roll with it. We'll go against the elite living bones first of all, with advantage. So attack of 4, 1 shield. The elite takes 3. This is number 7. And a wound. Against the other living bones. +1 disarm, which is a rolling into a 0. So that's 3 damage, which would be 2 damage. On to number 10. Also disarmed and a wound. So that's 2 less attacks we're going to have to deal with this turn. And then archer number 6. +1 or a rolling wound. Well, he's taking the wound anyway. So he'll take 3 damage and a wound. And we've generated fire. Not too bad. I might just immediately use my stamina potion to get those 2 cards back as well on my turn. Okay, so the archers are first. So number 1, what range has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're within a range. Attack of 2 -1, so attack of 1, no damage. And then attack of 1 from the other archer, no damage. Pretty good. They've got no movement, but they wouldn't have needed to anyway. Then the living bones. So the elite will move first. Okay. And then he's going to attack me with an attack of 2. Actually, they're disadvantaged. So that was the first archer's attack. This is the second archer's attack. So we take 2 damage. And then the first of 3 attacks is 3 damage, and then 1 damage, so 4 damage, and 1 damage, so another 5 damage, dropping us down to 9 from the elite. And this guy moves up, but is disarmed. So I'll take that disarm off, and we'll put 1 extra damage onto each of these guys. And then we'll look at what we want to do next. So we have 2 health remaining on both living bones. I think we'll go with a move of 3, heal 1, low initiative, and then attack 3, range 3, pull 2. we'll be able to attack all three of the same targets again. We should be able to pull one through this trap as well. We're an initiative of 14, so that's quite quick. 16 for the archers, and 45 for the living bones. So we will be going first. So move 3, 1, 2, 3, and heal 1. Then attack 3, range 3, target 2. We need to shuffle because we drew our double card. We'll attack the elite first of all. We may pull him through the trap if we don't kill him. How much damage is these traps? Scenario level 1. 3 damage from a trap. Okay, so yeah. Attack of 3 against the living bones, 2 damage, down to 1 damage because of his shield. But he will kill himself when he takes a wound, so we won't use the pull effect. And we'll go on the normal living bones, +1 disarm, +1, so attack of 5 kills him. And then archer number 6 is actually going to kill itself when it takes another wound. So we'll go against archer number 1, rolling stun, +0. So 3 damage, and then we can pull him 2, so he takes another 3 damage. We'll kill him. Perfect. Okay, so then we have the archer, 1 remaining, but he will take a wound at the start of his turn, which kills him. And then the living bones will also take 1 more damage from a wound and die. So let's tidy this up. That's pretty effective. We didn't waste our second opportunity to wound. Still got that card back in our hand. So there's a lot of loot around. We're just going to make use of that. So we're going to use a move 2 and then loot 1, shield 1 sound. So we'll move 2 into the center of the room here and loot these 4 coins around us. Excellent. Now we need to open that door. We don't have a huge amount of movement. Used my move 4 earlier. We're at 10 of 16 hit points as well, so we're not quite below half our maximum, so unfortunately we wouldn't get the effect of a card like this. Move 3, if you have fewer hit points than half your maximum, perform an attack 2. So unfortunately we won't get that. But I think we'll move up. And then we'll probably throw out our corduroys. It's our only other ranged effect. So we'll go with that. Doesn't matter about our turn order. 1, 2, 3 onto the door here. Got 2 other rooms to go into on this one. So we can't waste too much time with movement, we do have to keep on going. So we then have a cultist. Another cultist. And 2 archers. So that was all our movement, only a move of 3. So we've just got 2 targets within range, so we may as well go straight on ahead and attack both of them. We're going to create fire again with our corduroys. Attack of 2 against the archer first of all. 1 damage and a wound on archer number 1. And then against the cultist, let's flip a card for them as well. 27, archer 44. Against the cultist then, attack of 2, plus 2, 4 damage, perfect. And the cultists. So he will end up killing himself when he activates, because that's 4 damage and a wound, and a normal cultist has 5 hit points. Perfect. I think we'll go ahead and use our major stamina potion. We get a couple of good movement cards back, and our ranged card, or both ranged cards, the other one's a decent movement anyway. So that's both our stamina potions done, but it keeps us going for a little bit longer. So next up would be the cultists. A move +0, attack +0, so cultist 1 simply dies where he was stood. This guy then has a move of 2. I managed to get to that. Then the normal archers have an attack +1. So I don't need to shuffle, do they? No. Archer 1 takes a wound and then deals 3 damage. And Archer 6, another 3 damage. So we're down to 4 hit points. Okay. Okay, so what do we want to do? We've got an uninjured cultist, a bandit which has 3 hit points remaining, and uninjured. Essentially just wounding them all again would be useful. But our heal, we could do a move 3, heal 1. That gives us a little bit of hit points. And then we could attack all of them, either with an attack 2 and wound or an attack 3, but we're probably going to suffer. Although we could do that and then go invisible. That may not be so bad, actually. And then we can go quite slowly next turn. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So we're going to go on a 14, the archer's 31, the cultist a 10, so the cultist will go first, but he can only move 1. And on death, he attacks +2. Okay. Did want to go and collect the coin, but that will leave us disadvantaged against the cultist. I think I'm still going to go for the coin. I think we'll be okay, so move 3 and heal 1 self. And then attack 2, range 3, target 2. So against archer number 1, first of all, 1 more damage. He's already wounded. Against the cultist, +1 or a -2, so no damage, sadly, and a wound on the cultist. And then archer number 6, a rolling wound ×2, so 4 damage and a wound on the other archer, which will be enough. He's going to kill himself when he activates. So the only thing that's going to be left to occur on this round is 1 attack from an archer, but I do think I want to go invisible just so that I can go slowly and give myself a decent heal next turn. I don't know, I do have... I'll probably be able to kill them actually. I'm going to save the invis. I'm going to just take the 1 hit. So it's 1 hit from the archer, which is an attack 2, 3 damage. That one takes a wound, the other archer dies. So 3 damage leaves me on 2 hit points. So we go quickly, and if we don't kill everything, we'll go invisible so that we can heal. We'll go on a 16. The archer's 29. The cultists are going to summon the bones and then take some damage. So we do want to kill it. First we're going to do a move 2, attack 2. We're going to move 2 for a coin and then do an attack 2. Targeting all adjacent enemies. So we could be less greedy. But the other archer's actually... No, I should have thought that through. The other archer's already dead. Okay, well, we can just always treat this one as a attack 2, I suppose, against the cultist if need be. So against the cultist we have an attack 2, 1 damage. I want to do 4 damage to the cultist, so we do it with disadvantage. An attack 3 at range against him, a rolling +2, +1, so unfortunately we ignore the rolling +2, but it makes it 4 damage, which is what we wanted in order to kill him. And then we may as well attack the archer since we've got the card anyway, and kills it. Okay. So all I've got then is a heal action to do, and then we're long rest. So heal 3 on myself, and we're long rest for another 2. I lose one of these cards, and then we're ready to go through one of the next rooms without too much of a problem, hopefully. Oh, this is tricky. First card to lose. I think possibly this one, although at the moment it does mean I get that extra attack because I'm down to 7 hit points. But I think what we're going to do to get into one of the rooms is this. That gives us a move 6. And then we'll probably just start opening the door with a corduroys. It doesn't matter how quickly we do it. Yeah, let's get rid of this growing rage. We do still have our invisibility cloak. We haven't used that yet. I'm not going to waste too much time going for these coins simply because it should, hopefully, by the time we clear out this room, mean we're running through and go into that other place anyway. Eventually, we can pick up a coin sort of on our way through if we time it well enough. Yeah, so we go with these. It doesn't matter really which initiative number we're using since we're the only person on the board. We are going to use this as our movement. We're less than half hit points. So we've got a move of 6. So we will use 1, 2, 3, 4 to open the door and have a look at what's inside. So we have a trap. We have a normal cultist and a chest and an elite earth element. Okay, so let's see what these guys are doing. The earth demons are attack +0 at range 4. Okay, so there's no option to avoid that unless I'm backing away since they're not moving. But if I do back away, then I don't get within range. The cultists needed to shuffle. Cultists are move, heal at range 3. Okay, so may not be the best time to attack them since they're planning to heal, and it would heal through the wounds anyway. The wound would simply come off and the hit points would be recovered. But then I do have the option of attacking 2 targets and wounding, and only one of them would get healed. But then I'm going to get an attack of 4 from the Earth Demon. I've only got 7 hit points. I'd need to move up to do it. I'd like to get a wound on the Earth Demon. So I think this might be an opportunity where we just go invisible to avoid the Earth Demon. Does that seem like a sensible option? It's probably going to be worse situations in the bigger room though. It's only 1 attack. Well, let's move up and we'll see what damage we deal. We're dealing a wound to both of these guys. So the cultist first of all, rolling wound, rolling disarm, +1, -1, so 2 damage and a wound. It's a shame. Disarm would have been very nice for the Earth Demon, but cultist number 6 takes 2 damage, a disarm, and a wound. And then attack of 2 against the Earth Demon, 4 damage, and a wound. Okay, so the cultist is going to heal the Earth Demon. So the cultist is going to keep taking damage. That's not terrible. Okay. So then, cultist is first. He'll move up to us. And then he heals the Earth Demon. So the wound comes off and 3 of the damage come off. So it's almost like we did nothing. But he takes 1 damage. He wasn't making an attack, so the disarm also did nothing. Then it's the Earth Demon. He's got an attack +0, so attack of 4. drops us to 3 hit points. Okay. So we're going to make use of a lost card here. We've got Resolute Stand. This is a good card for when we're low on hit points. We have Attack X, where X is the difference between your maximum hit point value and your current hit point value. Gain 1 for every 5 damage done. So at the moment we're on 3 hit points. Our maximum is 16, so it would actually be an attack of 13. We don't want to get a miss, but it would be very nice if we could deal 13 damage to this Earth Demon. So we've got an initiative of 9. The Cultist 27, the Earth Demon 42. So move to attack 2 first of all. Attack 2, target all adjacent enemies. So attack 2 versus the Cultist, 3 damage, kills him. Attack 2 versus the Earth Demon, 1 damage. And then attack X, as we said, that X now equals 13. So times 2, 26 damage to the Earth Demon. That will do it. It's gain 1 XP for every 5 damage done. So because we got the crit, that is actually 5 XP for 26 damage, which was well worth it. Okay. So we're in a perfect spot now for a loot 1, since there's nothing else alive. We do a loot 1 and a move 3 here, 1 south. So loot 1 first of all. We're going to suffer 3 damage and gain poison. So I'm going to have to lose a card to avoid that damage. Lose this card. And I gain poison, but I won't put the poison on because I'm now going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. The heal 1 will take the poison off. So that was just a dangerous trap of a chest, unfortunately. So we're still on 3 hit points, but that meant we gained 2 coins, but lost a card. That really wasn't a fair exchange. I'm going to play these 2 to heal 3, and then we're going to long rest, so we're getting 5 hit points total. So back up to 8. On the plus side, I have 8 coins so far. Fire's gone now. We're below half hit points, so we're going to use our move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or do we? 4. We could save that. Do we have a move 4? No, we're probably going to have to move 2. We use our move 3 heal 1 south again. And this loot 1, because that just means we can get to here and pick up another coin and get a hit point back. So we don't want to get our hit point back, do we? If you have fewer hit points than half of your maximum hit point value rounded up. Well, I suppose we're already on half of our maximum hit point value, so it makes no difference. So we're going a hit point back. I think we're going to just have to rest again, so we'll heal 3 where we are to get up to 12. And then we're going to do a move 4, but we're actually just going to move 3 to here. And then we've got to long rest. So we get 2 more hit points back. So we're looking pretty healthy. And then we'll lose a card. So I want my ranged attacks because they're very useful. So we'll probably lose the heal card at this point. We're up to 14 hit points. We've got a Cloak of Invisibility to avoid damage the first turn we run into this room. And potentially then the second turn if we go slow enough. So that should be fine because we'll have the first turn. We've got 6 cards still left in our hand. It's not a terrible spot to be in entering the final room. So we'll go with the move 4 first of all. And the corduroys. So 1 movement under this. Okay, we have a trap and another trap. One, 2, 3 coins. And a chest. A pillar. And a pillar. And a pillar. And we have a normal cultist here. And 2 normal wind demons. One here, and the second one here. Okay, so we've still got 3 movement. Let's remove the archers and the earth demons. We won't get rid of the living bones just yet because the cultists may summon, but the earth demons won't be coming back. So we just tidy up a little bit. Wind demon, 3 hit points, 2 shields on the pair of those. Okay, so the cultists are, yep, right on cue, summoning. Oh, there are no living bones. And the wind demon. Move -1, attack +1. So they've got a range of 3 and an attack of 3 with this. So I've still got 3 more movement. I could end here. Be disadvantaged against the cultist, but hit everything. Or come here and just hit 2 of them with a normal attack. Or here and hit 2 of them with just a normal attack. I'm going to go invisible. Don't want to hit. I could come here using my boots to jump over and be disadvantaged against 2 of them. It's an attack of 2 against the cultist. I'd need some good modifiers to be able to kill him. Actually, I suppose a +2 or a ×2. With the wound, he then dies before he summons, which would be nice. I think I'm going to move 2 to here and then only have 2 targets. So cultist first of all. Attack 2 plus 2. Exactly what we were talking about. So here's cultist 6. 4 damage and a wound. The wound means he's going to die on his turn. The wind demon 6. A wound, well, we're doing that anyway. Plus 1, so 3 damage. 2 shield means 1 damage on him. And a double wound, which unfortunately we can't deal. So we go invisible, so we don't get attacks from 2 of the wind demons. Yes, we'll go invisible. I think that's a sensible option. So actually, nothing has a target this turn. The wind demons are first, but they stay where they are. He'll take, I don't know why I put it on the wind demon. He'll take 1 more damage, which means wind demon closer to us will actually die next round. And the cultist dies this round. Okay. Oh, my heal card was also my loot too. I was just having a little look to see where that one had got to. So we want to go slowly, and we're probably then acting after the other demons have gone anyway. I don't have enough movement to actually end. No, next to the other demons. So I'm just going to use my lowest initiative card of 67 and then a loot card. So 67 is hopefully after the wind demon. 37, that's great. This one dies from his wound, and the other one has no target since we went invisible. I'm then just going to move 2 to here, use loot 1 to pick up this other chest, which hopefully won't be quite as nasty as the last one. 38. The Ring of Skulls design. Awesome. So those would be discarded. I'm going to short rest. Yeah, we'll short rest and get rid of one of these cards. Corduroys, we'll lose a different one, so we'll lose our loot card. So that wound against something with shields is very useful. So we'll use it. We're within, no, we're not within 3 of them, so we do need to move up. He has a range of 3. If I go slowly, he may just move close enough to us anyway. In which case, I could move on to a loot coin afterwards. Let's see if we can. We'll go with a 40. He may move up to us. 43, no. So we're going to have to move. We'll move on to this coin and heal ourselves 1. And then attack 2 against the wind demon. 3 means he'll take 1 damage and a wound. And then it's his turn. So he'll activate, takes a damage. He then pushes all the adjacent enemies, there are none, and does an attack plus 0. So I've not drawn their modifiers yet. This is an attack of 2. Talking about that, there we go. 4 damage, that's fine. I can live with that. Still got 10 damage left. discarded. And created fire, which is then waning. Go with these 53 just in case we get to go first. Nope. So he's going to attack us and pull. Attack at 2, another 4 damage. That's fine. Brings us 1 closer. You can't put us closer because of this obstacle. Then it's our turn. We're going to use this. We may overheal up to a maximum of 26 hit points. I'm really only using it for a quick heal, but primarily actually just for the 2 XP, so up to 7. And then attack 3 against the Wind Demon. Actually, no, the Wind Demon's dead from his wound, which I gave him. So he's going to die. And drop a coin, so we don't actually have an attack target. Should have played this one instead for an XP. But success. Actually managed to make it through without too much of a problem. Picked up a fair bit of loot. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 coins. Only worth 2 each at this scenario level, but we've made it through. It is clear that you've disrupted some sort of ritual here. These elemental demons belong on an entirely different plane of existence, but the cultists have somehow managed to pull them through to this one. On the altar in the back room there is a wealth of scribbling on these rituals. Not all the writing is intelligible, but you get the sense that this crypt is a place of power once used by an ancient civilization. The ancients tapped the power of the elements to enhance their own lives, and while their exact fate is beyond your knowledge, it clearly didn't end well. Among the scripts you also find notes on a couple of other places of power in the area. One appears to see heavy use with the cult, and the other is marked as being overrun by vicious undead. It looks as though you have the opportunity to either disrupt more of their work, or get in their good graces by helping clear out their enemies. Awesome. So this was a nice little foray into the underworld with our Berserker, and he held up quite well. I think I like this balance of cards a little better. The first time I played him, I took a lot of cards that relied on him taking extra damage to deal effects. I took fewer of those and just some which benefited when he was already injured, which actually works quite well when you're solo. You can't avoid taking some hits. Yeah, cheers guys, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.